Hello, everybody. I'm George Wallace, and you're watching Vegas on Demand.
Hi, it's Dr. Rayna with another exciting Rayna's Vegas adventures. Today we are at the Bodies exhibit in the Luxor. Behind me is a real skeleton. Believe it or not, that is inside your body. Let's see what else is inside our body. Come on.
Hi, Rayna.
Oh, you're
How are
Dr.
you?
Andy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to the exhibition. This is an actual human body here, and what we have here is you see some of the skeletal structure and you see some of the muscles that are attached here.
How come he's positioned in this way?
You know what? This is not a he. That's the interesting thing. This is a she. And we can tell that just by the bone structure that's on the skeleton itself. It's a lot smaller. She's under 4 feet tall, and we can see some curvature in the spine that tells us that she was actually elderly. But a lot of people think it's a he because we have the shovel in her hand. And you see the eyes that are there? They're not real. That's the only thing in the exhibit that's not real. Everything else is actual human tissues.
How come it doesn't stink in here?
Oh, that's a very good question. You know why? Because it's preserved. The preservation process is in 7 steps. Your body is 75% water. All of that water has been removed and replaced with polymer plastic and silicone rubber. So this actually acts like a plastic model now. Makes it good for study.
So Dr. Andy, can you show us what else is in the exhibit?
Absolutely.
Come on, let's go. This is the human foot and the human hand.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, you can see the tendons that go through here. The flat ones are the tendons, and the ones that look kind of like spaghetti, that's actually the nerves, and that's how we move the fingers and the toes. You know that the fingernails actually grow for about 2 to 3 weeks after death. They don't need a lot of oxygen, so they can keep growing for a little bit of time, but then they die too.
How come some of the muscles are cut away?
Well, you know what? They do that. It's called dissection. It's so we can see in between the muscle tissue. We'll have a lot of tissue that's in between here called fatty tissue or adipose tissue. And what that is it fills up the area. But if we can see in between, then we can see a lot of the nerves. We can see a lot of the muscles that see how they join together from one connection to the other.
So what is that?
That's called the duramater, and that is basically the sheath that's around the brain. It's a protective coating that's around the brain, and we have cerebrospinal fluid, or fluid that's inside the brain that actually helps us to think. So the cool thing is that's our protection.
Can you tell us one interesting fact of the brain?
The most interesting fact I can think of about the brain is that it has about 20% of the blood tissue that's needed inside the body.
So these are the blood vessels?
Yes, this is the entire blood system, and you can see everything is red, or most of it is red. There are some that are blue, and that's going back to the heart. The ones that are red are coming from the heart, and that's what's bringing oxygen to your system. So we need oxygen because every cell in the body needs oxygen to stay alive. The interesting fact is that there are 100,000 miles of blood vessels that are in the body. It's fantastic. It's really kind of cool.
This is the healthy lungs?
Yes, this is actually a person that did not smoke. And we can tell that. You can see the color of it. Kind of looks kind of a gray or a little bit of blue. But you can see that that's the way a healthy pair of lungs look. And then look at the other side. That is a smoker's lung.
Ouch.
You know what the black is?
That is tar.
Yes, you're right. As a matter of fact, it is tar. And that's from cigarette smoking. That's why we tell kids not to smoke. And that's especially why we tell adults not to smoke. This is the one that's cut in half, and it's kind of like a puzzle piece. You can see on this side you've got the liver, and you see the heart. You can see some kidneys that are on the inside too. But basically, this is the one that's on our sign. This is the one that kind of makes us famous here in Las Vegas. This is the one that people like to get up close to and see.
Well, this is another great episode of Rayna's Vegas Adventures. Goodbye.
This has been a presentation of Players Network.